So, a very fine good afternoon to everyone present here. Today, we will be discussing lecture 29 about PCA. If you have not watched from lecture 1 to 28, then you should definitely go and watch it. So, PCA stands for Principal Component Analysis. It is used to reduce the number of features in a dataset while keeping the most important information. Instead of using all features, PCA transforms the data into smaller set of new features called principal component. These components capture the maximum variance in the data, and this helps in improving the performance and reduce complexity. So how does PCA actually work? Let's understand this. First, we standardize the data so that all features are on the same scale. Then we find the directions where the data varies the most. These directions are called principal components. Next, we project the data onto these components. Finally, we keep only the most important component and reduce the number of dimensions. So PCA simplifies the data while preserving important patterns. Okay. So next we have to understand what is variance. Each principal component captures a certain amount of information from the data. This information is measured as variance. The first component captures the highest variance, meaning it contains the most important information. The second component captures the next highest, and so on. We select the top components that explain most of the variance. This allows us to reduce dimension while keeping important information. Okay. Now we'll try to understand this with the help of these plots. So as I said earlier, PCA is a technique used to reduce the number of features while keeping the most important information. Okay. So here you can see, okay, PCA finds the new direction, okay, and called the principal component, okay, where the data varies the most. The first component captures maximum variance, okay, and second captures the next highest. So how PCA actually works? First we standardize the data as I said earlier, and then we compute how features vary together. Next we find important directions and eigenvectors. Okay, we rank them based on the importance, and finally we project the data onto these directions. So yes, and here you can see before PCA data has multiple features, and after PCA we reduce it to fewer features while keeping most of the information. Now we'll try to understand what is variance. This shows how much information each component captures. Okay, the first few component usually capture most of the information. Okay, the first few components captures most of the information, so we keep only those. Okay, so here you can see, here we have the 2D data is reduced to 1D. Okay, and instead of using two features we use one, but still keep most of the important information. So PCA reduces dimension, removes redundancy, and improves performance and helps visualization. PCA finds the most important decision in data and reduces dimension. Next we'll discuss about what are the advantages and disadvantages of PCA. Okay, so PCA helps to reduce the number of features, this you have understood so far, and make the model simpler and faster. It removes the redundant information and improves the performance. It also helps in visualizing high dimensional data. Okay, and however PCA has some limitations. The new features are combination of original features, so they are harder to interpret, and there can also be some loss of information. And PCA is sensitive to scaling, so data must be standardized before applying it. So while PCA is powerful, it should be used carefully. Coming on to the last slide, I can say that I have almost covered most of the topics. Okay, we have discussed supervised learning, we have discussed unsupervised learning. Right now, we were discussing PCA. So you are almost ready. Okay, you can say all you have almost understood the basics. And from here, you can build projects and explore advanced topics. There are few more topics which I will be discussing in the upcoming lectures. But to understand the basics, you should go through the lectures from 1 to 29, and you can learn it in a better way. I'm grateful to all of you for coming till this part of the video, do share your point of views on the videos and do support us. Okay, and I'm really grateful to all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.